hungry arms. Whoa, the hungry arms. Give me all the love I need.
All right. How's everybody doing today? David Wilson here, the Business Savage, and welcome to No Nonsense Market Domination on IBGR.Network. Profit Radio. Come grow with us no matter what stage of business you are in, from pre-startup to startup to growth to hockey stick growth to, man, I'm trying to retire. You are in the right place. Entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. Again, I am David Wilson, the Business Savage, and you are here for, as you can see at the bottom, the pre-show. This is where we do our testing, make sure we are ready to go live. We've had some technical challenges of late. Going live on the show, which we are not yet. So we will go live on the show. We're about 14 minutes to live. So you're going to hear some testing. We're going to test the lights. Steve is here. Steve's been here for a minute, actually. So Steve's in studio engineer. And he'll be helping us out today. Hopefully he'll do a better job this week than he's done the last 2 weeks. So just because it's been a bit of a challenge. Okay, I mean, I didn't really even say anything so bad. Okay, so exciting stuff today on this show. This is our, I don't even know. I think it's the ninth episode of season 4. Network like a savage. Today's topic is going to be referral sources. So ride your horses to referral sources. How's that light? Ride your horses to referral sources. Ride your horses to referral sources. Get it? Pretty simple, right? I'm going to talk all about referral sources. I'm not going to give anything away. We're going to do some quick tests, just some housekeeping here. This is the pre-show. Make sure you like, share, follow, subscribe on all of my socials. You can find those at All Things David Wilson. So you can find all things at allthingsdavidwilson.com. Makes sense. I made it easy for you. So if you go to allthingsdavidwilson.com, you can see all my companies, see all my stuff, you can subscribe to the podcast there. You can also get a free networking checklist. So get your free networking checklist right there at allthingsdavidwilson.com. Also, be sure to check out IBGR. Check out IBGR in the IBGR.Network, IBGR, where you can listen, and IBGR.Community, where you can go interact with other on-air talent. So you can interact with me, David Wilson, the Business Savage, and others who are on the network. And mind you, we're broadcasting all over the world. We're in more than 80% of the countries worldwide. So it's really cool to be on this journey and to be a part of this. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to be in and out, stepping away. We're about 11 minutes to live. We're just going to do some tests if you're not familiar with this process, this is cool. It gives you kind of a behind the scenes look at what goes on. You'll recognize this here. So this is the avatar. When this is up, now I'm here, but I'm not, so don't be alarmed. We will go to avatar when we're doing our introduction for the radio show. So you guys will hear that, but you won't see it. Before I step out, big shout out to Facebook. So we are broadcasting this live on Facebook, All Things David Wilson, Facebook, regular David Wilson. We are on the Business Savage, DW, the Business Savage Facebook page, IBGR's Facebook page. We're also on Periscope/Twitter. And we are on YouTube, IBGR's YouTube page. And we are on, I hope we are anyway. And I hope we're on All Things David Wilson's YouTube page and Twitch. So welcome Twitch, yeah, that's right. Twitch. We got hooked up with Twitch last week. Seemed to go pretty well. So we're building a base there on Twitch. I'm also excited that this will be the first show that we will have sponsored. So it's very, very exciting. And our show is going to be brought to you by NutriChamps. NutriChamps is where I get my Savage nutrition. So go to NutriChamps, that's NUTRA champs.com, and check out all the supplements, check out all the vitamins. Those are the things that keep me going all day and all night, you know what I'm saying? And use the code TheSavage1, that's the THE Savage, SAVAGE, the number 1. And you can get discounts and such when you purchase supplements and vitamins from NutriChamps. Champion your life. Make sure and check Savage1 so you can get your discounts. All right, let's break away just for a moment. I'm going to do some testing. Steve is going to do his final checks, and we'll be ready to go. We're about 8 minutes to live. 8 minutes to live. It's complicated. A lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes, guys. I'm telling you, it's crazy. You'd be surprised. All right, let's test our music. What are we opening with, Steve? We'll do that. I'm just feeling that right now. Okay, check mute.
Now, all you've got to do to go from 2.0 to 3.0 is generalize the 2.0 product as you go to 3.0 so you can sell it to everybody. All right, we've done a lot of that, made a lot of money out of it. Now, what we have next here is results produced from using the offer. That's what we're going to do next. And is AGR1, which is going to be next week, and it's going to be what you sell, what results produced from the offer, what expectations.
You are a professional looking at
sales process that you're going to have to meet. Now, if you want to talk any more about this topic, contact me directly. You can see the link there, and that'll take my calendar to set something up. Or what you can do is you can join our community commerce. That's a link there, and that's our version of the chamber.
All right, right now we're all set. We're about two and a half minutes to live. We're gonna go back to Avatar, and we are gonna launch episode 9, season 4. You see the show notes. Should have a copy of the show notes in your post, so you can take a look at those. And let's have a great show. Thank you for being here. And let's go.
So anyway, listening live or you're listening to our version.
All checks done.
This is
all right, Steve.
AGR1. That's Agile.
Yep. Check.
Season 1, show number 5. The name is User Experience. It's nothing more than packaging. You're listening to IBGR, our call sign. Internet. This is Radio Network. Broadcast frequency is our URL, and that's IBGR.Network. We provide live and recorded shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. On what an entrepreneurial small business consultant needs to grow their operation. Zero to big. How big?
We're taking it.
IBGR focuses on the 180 million English-speaking small business owners around the world in 4 major markets: America, Australia, Oceania, Indian subcontinent, and United Kingdom, Europe, and Africa. All of these 6-hour cycles are delivered in 6 major themes: strategy, operations, sales, people, ownership, and consulting. The first 4 tracks, strategy, operations, sales, and people, are the day-to-day practical issues all entrepreneurs face. The 5th track, ownership, takes the conversation to the next level. How can an owner working in the business make the transition to an executive of a multi-million-dollar firm by working on it? Our last track, consulting, is for brothers and sisters with the same mission as IBGR, helping small business owners grow. I bet you didn't know that 57% of everybody on the planet is employed by a small business owner. Let's team up and help business owners increase generational wealth for themselves and their family while creating good jobs in their local community. Our team has over 7 decades of helping and building businesses. We have turned those years into radio shows and downloadable.
All right, here we go.
Whether you're an independent contractor, solopreneur, or business owner, you can apply immediately. All you have to do is download, listen, apply, and engage. Download the show notes that address current issues in your business. Listen to the show live or as a podcast. Apply the information and tools. Engage us with your experience and feedback. And if you really want to maximize your time spent with IBGR,
30 seconds to live.
Access to our tools. This just scratches the surface of what you will receive every day at IBGR. The opportunity to grow with us is only limited by your imagination and persistence. Let's grow together and put the world back to work. Thanks for listening.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the next hour, the internet will be known as the Savvy Net, because we're going to take over the entire world. Accra, Ghana, stand up. Suva, Fiji, stand up. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, stand up. London, England, stand up. Neptune, New Jersey, USA, stand up and say my name. Savvy. Let's go.
All of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All up here. I know you got it. I know you got it, Dick. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how good I am. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys rocking with the best. It's the Grand
Ha ha. Yeah, give me another one of those. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to No Nonsense Market Domination here on IBGR.Network. I am David Wilson, the Business Savage. Welcome to Profit Radio. Come grow with us. Yes, No Nonsense Market Domination. Season 4, Network Like a Savage. Network Like a Savage. And I am excited about today's episode, which is called Ride Your Horses to Referral Sources. Ride your horses to referral sources. It's exciting because, as you know, this season's theme, Network Like a Savage, teaches you how to network like a savage, right? So to do all the things you need to do to network, to connect, to grow your business and put money in your pocket. So that's ultimately our goal. That's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to have fun doing it. I want to say big shout out to IBGR.Network. If you're listening there, welcome. Thank you very much. And if you're watching on Facebook, on Periscope Twitter, it's like a law firm, Periscope Twitter. And on Twitch. So this is our second week on Twitch. So that's cool. We're excited about that. Welcome everyone. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. If you are a returning listener, also give you a round of applause there. So returning listeners, if you're a new listener, hey, we might see you next week. You might come back, but no, you'll come back. I'm just kidding. You'll come back. You'll come back next week. Because this right here is the place to be. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this show. This is definitely my wheelhouse. This is fun for me, talking about networking. Behind me, if you're watching, is the book I wrote on networking. I Hate Networking Events, which is available on Amazon and at IHateNetworkingEvents.com. So you can pick that up. I should probably change my banner as well on our live banner. And because on the new banner, you can get a free networking checklist. So whether you're watching or whether you're listening, go to allthingsdavidwilson.com, get a free networking checklist. Just download it, use it, and it'll help you be a better networker. Plus, it's free. I guess even if it doesn't help you, it's free. So who cares? No, it'll help you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It'll help you. All right. Awesome. One last thing about IBGR. Also excited about we are in amazingly over 80% of the countries all over the world. So when my opening, it was accurate. All right, my opening was accurate because we're all over the world. We're broadcast all over the world. So you are in a great place today. Last but not least, my in-studio engineer, Steve. You feel me? Steve, yes. I'll give you a round of applause, sir, because this week's opening was flawless, and that is because of me, the Business Savage, and a little bit of Steve. So congratulations. Well done. All right, ready? Let's go. Ride your horses to referral sources. So I just fought the urge to just go like, which is just ridiculous. All right. We'll cut that out and use that for marketing. That'll definitely attract some people to listen to this. What's a referral source anyway? So we talk about referrals on the show, and every business needs business. Every business wants to generate a predictable stream of referrals. You hear me talk about the world's greatest business referral organization, BNI, of which I've been a part for going on close to a quarter century. So in BNI, yeah, it's true. Started when I was, I think, 3 or something. So that's a great way to generate a predictable stream of referrals. Oftentimes, when we talk about referrals, we're talking about the end user. So last few shows, how to connect to that end user, right? So if my company Fund You Up helps small, mid-sized businesses get funding when traditional bank financing is unavailable. So we want to connect to business owners who need funding because traditional bank financing is not available. That makes sense, right? So that's the end user. But what we're talking about today is a little bit different. What we're talking about today is a referral source. And that's going to be the focus. So instead of the end user business, we're looking for the entity, if you will, that's going to send us those end user clients. So I posted on one of my socials. I said, what is a referral source? Got some interesting answers. One answer that came back, I'm not even going to say this person's name because it's absolutely ridiculous. So what is a referral source? A source for referrals. Okay. Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, so I mean, it's true, but it's like, we all had teachers. You try to define a word and you rearrange the words and then you get an F on the test, right? A referral source, as I said, is an entity. It's an entity that will predictably and expectedly refer. That's the whole point. So there's a business to us on a regular basis, and this show we're gonna talk about how to do that. A lot of people make mistakes with this, and the mistakes are on the front end. The mistakes are setting the expectations either too high or setting the expectations improperly, either too high or improperly. The way you set them too high is I think by assuming a lot. We're just going to assume that this is going to happen right away. And improperly because you just think it should happen. So simply because you deal with the end users I want to work with, you should send me those end users. And that's just not the case. That's not the case. That's not how it works. So when we come back from break, we're going to dig into, I guess we'll get into our savvy shift. We'll get into our savvy shift and we'll start the process of identifying referral sources, what to do, how to cultivate them, and how to, well, I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to give it away. I won't give too much away. Before we go to break, got some exciting news. This episode has a sponsor. Yeah, it's true. Actually, this whole show has a sponsor this week, and our first sponsor is NutriChamps. NutriChamps is a vitamin company, and NutriChamps is where I get all of my Savage nutrition from. So if you go to NutriChamps.com, NUTRA champs.com. If you go there, look around. I have a lot of different vitamins, a lot of different supplements that I use to keep all this going, because it's a lot. It's a lot. Make sure you use the code The Savage One. The Savage One. THESAVAGE1. Put it in the chat. So make sure you use the code The Savage One, and you'll get discounts and such when you go to NutriChamps.com. So we thank them for that. We're going to be going to break, and we'll come back, and we will dig right into referral sources. So we'll see you on the other side. Savvy. Come back, and we will dig right into referral sources. So we'll see you on the other side. Savvy. All right, that was a good set. That was a real good segment. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that, in relief, because the last two episodes were a little bit rocky, and it's always a challenge when you're dealing with live TV. So thanks everybody for watching. We're gonna dig right into Savage Network Like a Savage, and we're gonna get to the Savvy Shift. So give me 1 second. All right. Okay, make sure you put your questions in the chat. Make sure you are sharing this live. Share this live with someone you love that can really be helped by what we're talking about. So, and again, we appreciate your support. You can put questions in the chat. You can put comments in the chat as long as they're good. And if they're not good, just don't type them, because I have a filter it's gonna get rid of them. So. All right, so we're gonna go back live. Let me check my time here. 1 minute. 1 minute to live. 1 minute to live. Segment 2. Okay, stand by. Oh no, sorry about that. 1 minute to live now. 1 minute to live. And while you're waiting, I have a joke for you. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? A hippo is a heavy animal. A zippo is a little lighter. Right? Did you see that? All right, 30 seconds to live. That's fine. Yeah. Welcome back. David Wilson, the Business Savage. Welcome back to No Nonsense Market Domination here on IBGR.Network Profit Radio. Come grow with us. No matter what stage of business you're in, whether it is pre-startup, whether it's startup, growth, massive hockey stick growth, steady movement, or man, I'm just trying to get out of here and move to Fiji. This is the place for you. By entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. By entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. I know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Season 4, Network Like a Savage. We are in our show, Ride Your Horses to Referral. So I don't know why I keep looking down at the, like, I don't know the title. I wrote it. Ride Your Horses to Referral Sources. Ride Your Horses to Referral Sources. Referral Sources is where it's at. Because, well, I don't want to give away the milk, but we want to, I think I have found in my experience as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, that the best way to build, the most efficient way to build a business is to identify referral sources. Now, keep in mind, I think that. Thank you, Steve. I think that I'm a B2B. I'm a B2B guy. Many of you out there are B2B, so business to business. That you sell business to business. You don't sell. I don't sell business to consumer per se. You know, my books, my networking course, the No Rejection Connection.com, the No Rejection Connection.com. That's B2C. But Fund You Up is a business to business company. And all the companies most of the like primary companies I've ever run were B2B, that I've established referral sources for were B2B. So any folks out there in retail, I'd love to hear comments about, you know, what you think about this. Maybe not for this show, but maybe for a later show in one of our Savvy segment shows. If it's the same, if you can apply this the same way as it's applied in the B2B space. So I'd love to hear your feedback on that. So you can go to IBGR.community and follow me and leave feedback, or you can put it in the comments if you're watching live on Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, the law firm of Periscope Twitter, or you know, I'll probably get sued for even saying that, and then on Twitch. So just leave stuff in the comments. That'd be great. All right, here's the misconception. Big misconception about referral sources. We talked about them in the previous segment. There's a shift required here, and the shift. Two things we keep in the front of our minds: give, and I'm just trying to help. The problem that most face when looking to establish these referral sources is they only think about the give and trying to help for their end user. So they only think about the give and trying to help to their end user. They don't think about the WIIFM, the what's in it for me, also for the referral source. And that is so vital. It's so vital. So if you're going to a payroll company and you're saying to the payroll company, hey, payroll company, you do a lot of business with, I don't know, commercial cleaning companies. So this particular payroll company does a lot of business with commercial cleaning companies. And what I'd like for you to do, Ms. Payroll Company, is I want you to connect me to all of your commercial cleaning company clients, because we help commercial cleaning companies by selling them cleaning supplies. Makes sense, right? Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. But what is the benefit to the payroll company for doing that? And so many people come to the table starting there. That's their start. And then they wonder why the payroll company is not even thinking about giving them, not even thinking about entertaining this, because there is no WIIFM for the payroll companies. That makes sense? Okay. The shift, so here's the savvy shift. The savvy shift is we need to give twice. We need to be thinking about what's in it, the WIIFM, what's in it for me, both for our end user and for the referral source, the potential referral source. That makes sense. So there has to be a benefit to both. So always remember that. That's where we start. All right. Sorry about that. Speaking of taking over the world, right? You guys couldn't see that. I had an Amazon bottle that I'm drinking water from. So anyway, we'll probably get sued for that too. I don't know. And shout out to all the lawyers. I don't mean any disrespect. Don't write me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's just comedy. Okay. So here's an example of I'll use Fund You Up as an example. So Fund You Up, my company, www.fundyouup, F-U-N as in Nancy, D as in David, U-U-P as in Peter.com. We help small, mid-sized businesses get funding when traditional bank financing is not available. Okay, so if you need funding, go there. So we help business owners who need funding quickly, 24 to 48 hours, sometimes fewer than 24, many times fewer than 24 hours. Now, the benefit to the business owner is very clear, right? They go to a bank, they get turned down by a bank. They need someone to help them. That's where we come in. When I decided, you know what, let's figure out who the referral source would be for this business when I first started. And the best referral source I came up with, and this was not tested yet, I had to test it, was business bankers. So why business bankers? Well, because business bankers are in touch with businesses. Thank you. That's what I said. Because so we're just gonna go to business bankers and say, hey, business bankers, I want you to give me all of your businesses. And they all looked at me and they're just like, nah, we're not gonna do that. We're not doing that. Okay, we're not giving you all of our businesses. Because what did I do? The mistake I made was, okay, but what's in it for me? And I told them, I said, we can help these businesses get funding when traditional bank financing is not available. And this should, I thought it was going to be kind of a no-brainer, but it wasn't, because I still didn't make the benefit clear to the business banker. Even though, so there's got to be a benefit. So the benefit I offered to the business banker was what? An elimination of pain. So that's one of the main benefits I provide to business bankers. Instead of having to tell your client no, you can tell them no but, and give them another option to get funded. Wow, okay. That makes sense, because I hate having to tell business owners no when they applied for a loan. What's more, some bankers benefit from deposit relationships. So, Ms. Banker, when we fund this company, guess where we're going to fund? We need a bank to fund it to. So we're going to fund it right back to your bank. And that increases your deposit relationship with the customer. And I'm going to use a fancy bank word, and it makes them stickier. Yes, stickier. Thank you. Makes them stickier. because they have this big deposit that was just made into this bank, and we have to recover our money from that bank account. Plus, this banker just helped them. This banker went out of their way. And what does that do for building goodwill and building relationships? And most bankers, not all, but most business bankers are in the relationship business, just like we are. So now the benefit is so much clearer. The benefit is clear. The benefit was always clear for the turned down company, but now the benefit is clear to the business banker. So when I presented it that called a savvy shift, it was like, wow. And the floodgates just opened up. I understand that. So now today I get a steady stream of referrals from business bankers. Now that has a name, and we're going to cover that in the next. In the next, what is it? What do they call them? Scene, not next scene, next episode. No, not episode. What are they? Holy cow. Well, whatever they're called, we're going to cover it in that. You're fired, savvy. What is it called? The episode? It's not. No, episode is the whole thing. Segment. That's what I'm thinking of. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. Okay. Whatever. It happens, folks. It happens. Okay. So in the next segment, that would have been a good close, and I couldn't get the word segment out for some reason. All right. So in this next segment, we're going to talk about this, but that's okay. We'll open strong and just jump right in, and we're all human, at least half human or something. So anyway, all right. So good. That was a good segment. That was a good segment. We'll go into number 3. So number 3 is going to be big, and this is where we're going to give a name to what we just talked about. Where's my pinky in the brain bottle? All right. Again, thanks for rolling with Savvy on the Savvy Net here on IBGR.Network. No Nonsense Market Domination. We appreciate you always. Appreciate you having fun with us. And we are ready for the third segment. What an idiot. Sometimes, man. They say that's a first to go, right? All right. Enough of this. Where am I? All right. 1 minute to live. Can't make this stuff up, folks. All right. Here we go. P is in. Oh, yeah, I meant to change that.
Upper right corner, click on the box that says Get Pre-Qualified Now and see how much we can get for you to make your business the best it can be.
30 seconds alive. Here we go. All right, welcome back, David Wilson, Business Savage. Welcome back to No Nonsense Market Domination here on IBGR.Network. So I apologize. Segment. So that was just had a little freeze up. So the word I was thinking of was segment. That was the word. What I was trying to say before we went into the third segment was that in the second segment, moving into the third segment, we're going to give a name to what we discussed in the second segment. So we got it now. Okay, so we got it. And again, we're talking about ride your horses to referral sources. Ride your horses to referral sources. What is that thing called when, so we talked about the business banker who was referring me a steady stream of business loan turndowns. Yeah, as we built a relationship and as we got to know each other and as they understood my business, as I understood their bank, a steady stream of turndowns. So that because we were adding value to the turndowns by helping them get funded, we were adding value to the business banker by giving them a second option, giving them an opportunity to increase or develop a deposit relationship and really build goodwill with a growing company that may be able to give them more business, but also send people and refer people to them because the banker was able to help. So see how it works. So it's all we're all helping each other get to and achieve our goals. So it's a beautiful thing when that works like that. So what is that called? And it's called, and I've always known it by this name. I did not come up with this name. I don't know where it came from. But we call it a golden goose. So a golden goose and the referrals are golden eggs. And the goal is to build these relationships, establish these relationships with golden geese so that they can continue to lay eggs. And those eggs are the referrals. Now, you might be asking, well, maybe I don't, why should I establish relationships with referral sources and find these golden geese? Maybe I prefer to only deal with the end user. I don't want to deal with referral sources. Okay, well, I can answer that in probably just one word. Don't. Don't. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's your business. You can run your business however I want. I'm not even suggesting that your business won't be good if you don't look for referral sources, or I'm also not suggesting that your business will be good if you do look for and find referral sources. All I am saying, though, is that for many businesses, and probably not all, and again, that's a really good discussion to have, probably not all, but for many, you look at for me, even just 5. So 5 solid business bankers referring, 10, some number of transactions per year is a really, really, really good year for our company. That's a really good year for our company. So that would be the reason why. I think also, especially there's the beauty of IBGR is that there are experts here in every field from sales to marketing to networking to connecting to operations to accounting to IT, technology, leadership, HR, and going back to marketing, marketing folks will always speak about acquisition costs, customer acquisition costs. How much does each customer cost? And that is a number. That is a number. You may not know it. You should know it, but it is a number. It's not nothing. and it is certainly measurable. From a time standpoint, a lot of folks are solopreneurs. And as a solopreneur, you're the only one marketing. You're the only one selling. It's very important to maximize your time. And I think the best way to maximize time is to identify referral sources, especially if you can't like dump a whole bunch of money into advertising to get to end users. Find referral sources, and you can just be really efficient with how you are acquiring your customers and your clients. I'll throw this out at you as well, and this is one of the pretty cool byproducts of building referral sources, and we're going to get to some examples of golden goose relationships. Wow, golden goose relationships. Okay. In segment 4, we're gonna get to those. But one of the ancillary benefits from dealing with referral sources is, and it's something often overlooked, and it's trust. You are with each customer. Each customer you acquire, there's a trust building curve, right? Any relationship we build, there's a trust building curve, right? And we can do that. We can build that trust with our end user client, with our end user customer. But we also can build it with our referral source, golden goose, right? So imagine spending the same amount of time building trust. Would you rather spend X units of time building trust with a client that you're going to serve once, or with a referral source who's going to send you multiple clients once? Forget about repeat business just for a second. Let's just talk about one-off customers. Even just one-off, it's volume. It's volume and it's efficiency. And to me, it's very difficult to challenge that. You're building it once. And then if you build it right the first time and you maintain that trust, it's just going to keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you and feeding you. And before you know it, you're going to keep getting business. Then you build another one. Then you build another one. Then you build another one. And it's simple like that. Once we get to, we're going to take a look at a few examples of golden goose relationships in the 4th segment, and you'll see how it works. The example with Fund You Up and Business Bankers, I think, is a good example that works as well. So we want to make sure we continue to focus on giving and trying to help. See, the theme, this stuff is not really that difficult. It's very simple. It's very simple. It's not always easy, but it is simple. So as we prepare for the 4th segment and we wrap up, I want you to remember to check out allthingsdavidwilson.com. Allthingsdavidwilson.com. That's where you can find all things. all things David Wilson, believe it or not. And yeah, so all my companies, all my affiliations and the big picture of me in the beginning of the website, which may make you stay, may make you leave. I don't know, but there's a free networking checklist at allthingsdavidwilson.com, and I want you to have that. So go there, put in your information and download the free networking checklist that I have for you at allthingsdavidwilson.com, and it'll help you with your networking. It'll help you with your networking, and then that'll allow you to keep in touch with me, and as we build our relationship, and I can help you. Remember, I can help you, and my team on IBGR can help you as well. So a guy like Brandon Suba, who just joined us on Facebook, can help you as well. So just go there, look up David Wilson, the Business Savage. Look up Brandon Suba, check him out as well, and we're all here to help. So let me fade to commercial. We'll get back on the other side. We'll finish up with some stories of golden eggs. Right back here on No Nonsense Market Domination with David Wilson, the Business Savage. See you on the other side. Savage. All right. Good segment there. That felt pretty good. And then we'll finish up. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Brandon, appreciate you jumping on. Thank you to Facebook. Everybody watching on Facebook, thank you to the law firm of Periscope Twitter. And thank you to Twitch for the second time. So hopefully we got a whole bunch of people twitching on Twitch. And we'll see how that goes. Absolutely. All right. So we have some good examples. These are the examples we're going to talk about. I'll let the cat out of the bag for you guys. These are going to be examples. These are real. These are real examples, and they actually were generated by me. So these were referrals that I passed. We talked about the trust of the referral source. And we're going to talk about trust in a different way when we get into segment 4. So right now we're about 1 minute to live, right? No, minute and a half to live. And right now commercials are playing. It's been a good show. Like I said, in the last segment, check out allthingsdavidwilson.com and get your free networking checklist. Also download the IBGR app if you don't already have it. IBGR app will not help you with Facebook and YouTube and Periscope and all that, but it will help you listen in the palm of your hand to David Wilson, Business Savage, that's me, and our other on-air talent, other shows. Just go to your favorite store, Apple phone store or Android phone store, and download the app just by searching IBGR and listen to us on the go. So thank you very much. 30 seconds to live. Let's finish it up strong. All right, welcome back to No Nonsense Market Domination. I am David Wilson, the Business Savage. Welcome back to Season 4, Network Like a Savage. Ride your horses to referral sources. Yes, welcome back. IBGR Profit Radio. No matter what stage of business you are in, whether it's pre-startup, startup, growth, hockey stick growth, smooth and steady, or hey, I'm out of here, I want to go buy a boat. We can help you. By entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. All right, let's get back into it. When we left segment 3, last segment, we were talking about that. We were talking about the built-in ancillary benefit of trust when we're working with referral sources. So when I have to build trust with the referral source, with the golden goose. Seldom, if at all, do you have to build trust with the end user referred by the golden goose. And you'll see how that works in these examples, because that was already done. So as long as the end user, client, customer trusts the golden goose trusts us. That trust, I have found, transfers right through to the referral. So you really don't have to work as hard, if at all, to build that trust. So that's an ancillary benefit. But let's go one step further for a further benefit, and that is when you can teach your network how to refer referral sources to you. Now you're building two stages of trust. You've built the trust with your referral partner. You don't need to build the trust with the golden goose, and you don't need to build the trust with the end user. At least you don't have to work as hard to do it. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples, a few, if we can get to them, examples of how this works. One of the ways, so I teach this. The NoRejectionConnection.com is my connection, my connection program. So my online connection program is where I teach you how to connect anyone to anyone, anywhere, for any reason, without the fear of being rejected. The NoRejectionConnection.com, the NoRejectionConnection.com. And in the second part of that course, I show you actually how to teach your network to do this for you. So here's an example. Here's a few examples of how I did this for people in my network. So I've omitted all the names. So we're not going to use real names. We're not even going to use fake names. We're just going to use categories. The first example, and I'll show you how this works. In the first example, we're dealing with a university. So a university ends up being the golden goose. The university will say, in honor of a king, the University of the United States. That's it. That's what it is. All right. So the whole world will be watching. The whole world will be watching that. Okay. Anyway, so the University of the United States is the golden goose. And I connected. We're just going to call him the master of plaster. So that's the industry he's in. So the master of plaster being connected to the University of the United States. So here's the problem. Remember, what's in it for me? So there has to be, the University of the United States, what's in it for them? This particular university has a whole bunch of old buildings on their campus, and they're constantly buying old buildings to be renovated. These old buildings all have what in them? Plaster. Okay, so through conversation, I discover that these old buildings all have plaster that needs to be prepared in stages at any given time throughout the year. Current buildings that they own and buildings that they acquire. And in this particular area, the buildings are often, if not always, historic. So they have to be restored back to their original condition. That requires not somebody like me who's going to throw, the can of spackle up on the wall and just be like, okay, wow, that looks pretty good. Throw some paint on it and then call it a day. No, we need the intricacies and the expertise of somebody with over 25 years in plaster restoration. Okay, so I discovered this. So now in my head, what do? We connect people to people and people to solutions. So in my head, boom, once I heard this from the University of the United States, I thought to myself, dang, that's master of plaster all day. Now, it would have been the same had Steve's house. Steve lives in a pretty old home. And I connected the master of plaster to Steve as well. But Steve's just one guy with one house. And master of plaster goes in and fixes Steve's house. It was a ceiling, right? So there was some ceiling because you had the popcorn joint, and then you had the down in the bathroom, and master took care of it. Master of plaster took care of it. Once. Good referral? Yes. So when Steve came to me with that problem, master of plaster doesn't have to build trust with Steve because Steve has trust with me. So when I pass the referral, it's a done deal. Done deal. Makes sense? Same thing here. So I had a relationship with the University of the United States. I've already built trust with them. They trust me. So when I send them the master of plaster, they trust the master of plaster automatically, implicitly. Now, the difference, University of the United States has 20 some odd, 30 some odd buildings and counting. Because I know this because I was listening. And this is what we have to do when we're out networking and when we're out connecting and when we're out shaking hands and kissing babies. We have to listen. Opportunities for ourselves as well, yes, but opportunities for our network. And that's exactly what I did. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, this could be a pretty big deal for a MOP, Master of Plaster. You like that? See what I did? MOP. Okay, so this could be a pretty big deal. So I just simply connected MOP to the University of the US. And over time, exactly what it was people to people. And people to solutions. University of the United States was like, I'm new to this position. I have no idea who I can even talk to about remodeling and restoring these buildings, but they have to be restored right. That's easy. Make the connection, and then the relationship keeps going and going and going. So in that particular example, MOP, Master of Plaster, is the recipient of the golden eggs from the Golden Goose, University of the United States. Simple as that. I'll give you one other example, and this happened. This happened when I first got into business, long time ago. It's an auto detailer. Auto detailer is the recipient. So the auto detailer was in my network. I came across a very large, and this was in Jersey, where I'm from. It's appropriate. It's relevant. So this is Jersey, where I'm from. Matter of fact, Neptune, New Jersey is still standing up from the opening. So shout out to Neptune, New Jersey. Flyer Nation. Scarlet Flyers for life. Anyway. So this very large car dealership I came across through networking. And they had a problem. The problem was they did not have a reliable auto detailer to detail cars that came in from the auction. So they had a used car portion of their business. Easy connection. Again, listening And doing what? Connecting people to people and people to solutions. So when I connect the auto dealer, the car dealership trusted me. Now I make the connection, the auto dealer, auto detailer, make the connection to the car dealership, and they did business for a very, very long time. So you can see, we can look for a golden goose for ourselves. We can also look for a golden goose for our network. In either case, what are we doing? The two things we're always keeping in the front of our minds: give, and I'm just trying to help. If we do that, I'm telling you, if we do that on a consistent basis, whether it's one-off referrals, whether you're riding the horse to the referral source, we're all going to win. We're all going to benefit. We're all going to benefit. So I want to thank you for joining me, David Wilson, the Business Savage, here on No Nonsense Market Domination. I want to thank our show sponsor, NutriChamps. Check them out at NutriChamps.com. Don't forget to use the code TheSavage1. TheSavage1, it's in the chat. All things David Wilson, get your free networking checklist. Yeah, we're going to end on something new. I am David Wilson, the Business Savage. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. All right. Very good, very good. Thank you, everyone. So that ended nicely. I think I couldn't hear it on the radio, but I didn't get anything from downtown. I got the heads up from downtown that the sound was great. As really all I wanted to hear, because last week and the week before was tricky. So there's always that anticipation in the beginning when you press the button for the first time, because you really don't know what's going to happen on the other end, and you just kind of wait, and you're waiting, and you're waiting for that message, and you just hope that it's systems go. And it was. So that's it. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you. I appreciate the comments. Hold on. Brandon, thanks. I appreciate you jumping on. And my wife Tiana holding it down on Twitch. I'll find out from her how that went. Don't know much about Twitch, and I'm learning about it. She knows more about it than I do. So we're just trying to navigate that and figure it out. So that's it, guys. So thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for jumping on with me. No Nonsense Market Domination, David Wilson, Business Savage. I'm going to head out. Thank you so much. We will. Hold on. We'll see you next time. We'll end on a proper note with our theme music. Shout out to Bello, who provides my theme music. All right, enough of this. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.